Yes, the mic was muted because I'm an idiot. Okay. Let's try that again. Hello, yes. This got annoying in a hurry because the game kept overloading OBS. And that makes me a little frustrated because if there's one thing I hate doing, it is boring people. And watching someone sit there and fiddle with OBS settings is not interesting viewing. So I made a quick and rash call to just say, fuck it, I'll try again next week, who gives a shit? And then I started doing some, tests before going down and sulking for the rest of the day. And turns out that you can turn the bit rate from constant to variable, and that apparently fixes the overloading. So I guess we're back on, but with a slightly truncated stream, and no one's going to be watching this. So what I'm going to do is just going to load up my game. And I'm going to leave the first part and this part up. So, alright. Apparently now we can play the game in full resolution without any lag. 14 views. We were up to nearly 30 when I started, and I've now pissed all of these people off by being an idiot, and I deserve to die in a ditch. Anyway.
Sometimes I wish I had a talking gumball machine as my wacky sidekick.
This is funny because Kevin Murphy is the talking gumball in Mystery Science Theater. Okay, so everything seems to be good. Game is running, no dropped frames. Text jerky Murphy. Yeah, apparently he's not just a dick in the game, he's also a dick to my computer, but probably shouldn't blame Tex because this is all my own fault. Because I don't do settings well. I'm not a professional. Okay, so we've got a broken record, we've got glue. Let's try and combine the two. Oh, that's right. You're supposed to drag that into a combine slot.
I'm experiencing a sensation altogether new to me, and frankly, I love it.
Which is a Mystery Science Theater quote, I believe.
Well, I definitely remember my Gene Autry record. It's my one stability in this crazy world.
Okay, so let me just remember how the interface works. If I walk up to this thing, then go into my inventory and use this, I use it on the thing I'm pointing at. But you don't grab an inventory item, then look around the world and see where you want to use it. Okay, that was a very short song, but I'm okay with that. That just, tutorialized me into figuring out how the inventory thing works. Okay. Let's take a deep breath and have a look around his office.
The Colonel. He was my first real mentor in the PI business, and here he is giving me a helpful tip.
Because apparently you never learned the first rule of a PI. And never, ever betray your friends. Now, friendship goes beyond blood and race and politics. You gotta find out who your friends are, then you hold on to them.
I always get the chill of fear down my spine whenever I think of him.
It's nice that they went back and actually found the original footage of the actors. So it's not just scanned in from Under Killing Moon. It's not choppy, it's not weird. That's pretty good. And then they added, of course, the old-timey movie effect on top of it, just to just to take away from the fact that it's shot on old equipment or whatever. It's not 4K video, which of course this stream is not in 4K either, but... Hello, Mike and I can... Oh, that's a collectible thing in this game. I remember that.
Yeah, I remember years ago, I was finishing up the latest Mike and Ike Candy Kids adventure, and I realized I devoured several chapters and it wasn't agreeing with me. I could feel my stomach churning like a volcano, and I realized I wasn't going to make it to the bathroom.
Oh, what? I'll get you, Murphy, if it's the last thing I do.
Yeah, it's kind of been a sore spot in our relationship ever since.
Was he eating the magazine? How does that work? Okay.
What's up with the bed? Looks like it's for a Lothario instead of some hard-working down-on-his-luck PI. Am I going crazy here?
I think you might be. And this is where we stashed the money, apparently.
Oh, I've never seen this much money in my life. If this is my money, what are they paying me for?
Interesting things, I would imagine. Well, let's turn this shit up to high again. That did nothing to help the quality of this texture, but okay, I'm fine with that. Still no encoding overloads. Cool.
Perfect. All I need is one good night stand.
Haha, funny.
That was from my first jackalope hunt. Yeah, San Francisco looks way different now.
Yeah, just imagine a huge crater in the middle of this. It'll be fine. Oh, man.
It's a sitting room. Good for sitting. The door to my back storage room is locked. That's strange.
Oh, more of those fucking comic books.
Someday, I hope to collect...
Oh, that's where you put all of them when you collect them. It's a weird little... It's weird having this collectible thing in a game like this, but okay.
Well, I had this door permanently sealed as it opened directly into my bedroom. People thought that was awfully presumptuous of me.
Could be, could be. Want to have a look through these? No?
I certainly don't remember this piece of furniture. Looks like a genuine antique instead of something I normally get at a white elephant sale. Archie Ellis wrote a book? I bet this sells for pennies on eBay.
Okay. Well, I think things are actually going pretty good. Mike and Ike Hammer is not a joke that translated well. I didn't actually. I don't think I actually got that. Yes, the quality did change because apparently I have sort of figured out how to run the game now, which is amazing.
It's another Mike and Ike Hammer candy comic, Key Lime Largo. I'll put this in my comic book rack.
I'd like to imagine that every time Tex Murphy picks up one of these comic books, he flies all the way back to his office just to put it on the rack, and yeah.
My friend Louie runs the Brew and Stew, and this is his personal brand of coffee. I gotta say, it packs a wallop.
Okay, well, let's stop poking around the office, because I think we've experienced all the trauma there is to have in here. Move on outside. Now, normally this would be like a scene change. The game would have to load a new level, but...
So, it wasn't a horrible dream.
Ooh.
There are gun shell casings in a shot-out window above the electronics shop. I know I'm involved, but how? I should investigate the area and then find out if anybody else heard the commotion.
Yeah, let's do that. Richard says it's a gag converting some American sweets into a hard-boiled detective. Hard-boiled sweets.
Chelsea's newsstand is completely abandoned. I need to find out what happened to Chelsea.
Oh, I'm suddenly looking down on the floor. And the speeder actually hovers. Neat. Can I crouch and... Probably not jump, but I certainly should be able to crouch. No. No crouching. Interesting. I do have my flashlight, though. Let's see how the flashlight works. Ooh, yeah. Sparkle, sparkle. That means I should investigate.
This photo was taken from the top floor of the electronics shop. Who's over there spying on me?
Up here, I see.
I'm no detective, but you need to find a way to get up to the second floor of the electronics shop. You know, like a ladder.
Couldn't I just open this up and climb on top of it? Let's have a look at that photo.
Whoa, it's a picture of me at my office. Someone's been spying on me from the top floor of the electronics shop.
He said suavely.
It's the Wardenclyffe Tower, a Nikola Tesla invention. I have the strangest feeling this is related to a case I was working on.
Yes, because suddenly all of a sudden I'm an expert on Nikola Tesla for some reason, which is a bit strange.
Mike and Ike Hammer, murder my sweet.
He forgot to sort of record the second half of that line, but that's okay. We still love you, Tex.
Oh, it's my favorite podcast, full of pod people.
All they do is just murmur brrr into the microphone for a good solid hour. It's great.
Closed. Yeah, this building's been a lemon for anyone who's tried to open a business here.
Ah, the Future Flamingo. Recognizable from Pandora Directive. Odd how they still leave the neon light on, but that's okay. Hello?
Archie helped me out on my Pandora Directive case.
Why is his keycard just lying around?
Cross.
I'm gonna do you the favor of a lifetime. I'm gonna let you walk. But if I catch you meddling in NSA affairs one more time, I'm gonna put a bullet right in your eyeball. Is that clear? Get this pukehead out of my office. I'll be watching you, Murphy.
Oh, the glint in this man's eyes. And he's looking over at the director going, can we cut now?
This would have ended up in the Andes Mountains.
Yeah, that was a fun time.
Chelsea's newsstand is completely abandoned. I need to find out what happened to Chelsea.
Well, she fucked off somewhere. What the hell is this thing?
Sad to say, many robots and cyborgs end up down here. They get hooked on old Chihuahua motor oil, and they stumble down here looking for a fix until their lights fade out.
It's kind of a Futurama kind of thing, isn't it? Okay, so we need to find a way up to the top of the electronics shop. So we're not going to get a lot done today because I spent most of the first half of the stream just being an idiot.
Wow, looks like Louie at the Bruin Stew is preparing to open up shop. You should go talk to him. Maybe he heard something.
Maybe he did, but I just want to have a look around first. So what we're probably going to do is we're going to get up to the first floor of the electronics shop and probably call it quits after that. And then come back next week and not suck.
This became a highly sought-after neighborhood post-World War III when it was found that the radiation couldn't penetrate through all the lead paint.
I know there are some secret locations on this level as well. Like, you can go in... Can't go in there, but you can go in certain buildings and find photos of Kickstarter backers and such.
Now that's a handsome devil. Wait a minute. A rival PI? Oh man, how did this happen?
Carlos Maldonado, the undercover man. Oh, and he's even got a keycard scanner.
I won't be able to enter without proper identification. It's locked. This became a highly sought-after neighborhood post-World War III when
Look at the ladder.
radiation couldn't penetrate
Ladder.
all the lead paint.
Can we climb the ladder? Yes, we can climb the ladder, yes. I don't know why we'd break into this guy's office. If I remember correctly, this doesn't happen until much later in the game that we need to get in there. So, let's just climb back down. "555 dirtbag." Wrote it down in case you want Tex to phone him and leave him threats. Yeah, I'll do that. Alright, let's go and have a chat with Louie. Game really wanted me to go in here, so...
I'm here to see my pal Louie, but I see a pretty brunette at the counter. I have the feeling she recognizes me, but I have no idea who she is.
Wow, hello, stranger.
Well, hello indeed. Okay, so this is where we go to the chat to get some Polish going. Now, the number of people watching this is now halved, if I'm to trust Restream. It says the 12 people are watching, as opposed to the 28 people who were watching back when I started. But anyway, the as you can see in the chat right now, it's still, you know, people already know the rules, but I'll just explain them quickly. First three that comes in, okay, I'm bad at this. When I say poll, you select one of the options on screen. The first three ones are the ones that I will be considering for the vote. If there's a majority vote there, that's the one we pick. And if there are three different votes, then the next vote coming in, the fourth one, is the tiebreaker. So, but everyone says pinch me, so that's what we're going for.
This totally feels like a dream.
That has got to be the nicest thing you've ever said to me. Just for that, I'm gonna get you some coffee.
Yay, coffee! And she turns around and doesn't actually do anything. Alright, next one. Now, we can't just write in A, B, and C, but... north, west, east, south? I don't know. Or 1, 2, 3, 4, I guess. Helpful Hank, metaphor or less, or my way. Yeah, where's cute, sexy Louie, and who is this beast? Alright, Surya says, helpful Hank. That's 2 votes for North, so helpful Hank.
I can get it.
Oh, I know how you like it.
How do I like it?
Like your women. Full of liquor.
Excuse me? That was weird. Actually, I think I should turn the game up just a tick over here. Is it loud enough? Okay. The real me. Curious metaphor or somewhat reluctant. One thing I think they kind of missed with this game is some of these options are not as indicative of the personality that they're conveying as much as some of the earlier games. Okay, that is 2 votes for West. Curious metaphor.
Actually, I like my coffee like my heart.
Black?
Yeah, that'll work. Okay, these are really short, actually. Go west. Life is peaceful there. Okay. Northwest or east? Chica says alcohol, but that's a north. Hot, strong, and black. That's 2 votes for alcohol's magical effect.
Oh, I can hold it all right. It's just when I drink it, I get really drunk really fast.
Is that blood? Ow! Oh, hush.
Yes.
Been out picking fights again?
Yes, with windows. Cautious first step, little fantasy, or stranger danger. Now, we're not just picking these for the hell of it. There is actually sort of a romantic triangle thing going on. So what we do here actually does influence the rest of the game's story. So, oh, stranger danger. East. Everyone's going east.
Maybe I should go find Louie.
You shouldn't go drinking without me. Next time, call me and we'll get sloshed together.
Eek. Okay, she's coming on pretty
Jeez, I'm
hard.
late. I got a new extension at work. I'll send it to your smart Alex. Please, go see Dr. Donahue at the North Hill Clinic. Call me after and tell me what she says about that noggin of yours. See you, Uncle Louie.
See you, Taylor.
Uncle?
Mr. Murphy. What are you doing here?
Oh, he does not look happy to see us. I'm definitely stranger danger. Hi, buddy. What's up? And oh, and niece? E is what Wirebrain says. Combo says west, and that's 2 votes for Easties.
Hey, tell me who that woman was who just left here, and why does she act like she knows me?
Why you gotta be like that? You know Taylor. A little too well, you ask me.
Excuse me?
You drunk again?
Well, yes, but that's beside the point.
You ain't allowed in here. You've been drinking.
Hungover, maybe. Clear as a bathroom mirror, or maybe I'm tripping balls. Is that okay? As everyone's going for the acid trip. Yep, cool.
I am stone cold sober. Other than my head, I feel totally normal. It's everything else that's weird.
What happened to your head?
I don't know. I woke up on the fire escape. I go into my apartment and everything is different. The street, Chelsea's newsstand, you.
You're just being a dick to me.
Different. I mean, I don't know whether I'm tripping here or having a bad dream or something.
Why not both?
What's the last thing you remember before you woke up?
I don't know, but something with Chelsea.
Chelsea? What day do you think it is? No, hold on. What year do you think it is?
What year? Are you serious? It's 2043.
Oh, jeez. Look at that calendar. Over there.
Look at that fancy prosthetic he's got.
2050. What the hell's going on here? Last night, Chelsea and I went to the Golden Pagoda.
I think the wording was very, very attractive.
Oh, 90s lighting. Man, you got a bad prosthetic on your noggin, and I know my prosthetics.
Look, somebody has stolen our car. I mean, here I am, my speeder's stolen out here. I'm sitting on a great.
Oi! Would you guys like a lift to the cop shop?
No, we'll walk.
He's really just trying to do us a favor.
Chelsea, I'm getting a really bad feeling about this. It's like some sort of deja vu.
Ah, now we finally get to tie this game into the cliffhanger and Overseer, but not really.
He's having a very bad day.
That true, Tex?
Oh no, everything's just going peachy.
Well, things could get worse, huh?
He shot me. He shot both of us. He shot me. There's nothing. Why isn't there anything?
Again, 7 years.
I tell you, Mike, it wasn't last night. It was 7 years ago.
And I've been shooting up heroin. It's weird.
Looks like you got injected with something. Maybe that's what's messing with your head. Or maybe it's that goose egg. Either way, buddy, you gotta see a doctor.
Doctor. Okay, and he completely forgot that we've been a jerk to him for the past 7 years. Okay, so north, west, or east? North Hill Clinic, we've already been referred to that. What happened to Chelsea, or coincidence? Apparently, as I have been instructed after reading about this game after I beat it, is if you don't talk about Chelsea every chance you get, then she doesn't show up in the game at all. So, luckily, the majority vote seems to be Chelsea Delsey.
What about Chelsea? Where is she? I mean, is she okay?
You said to never say nothing about her. Never again.
Excuse me? That got weird. Did I tell him never to say anything about her? Okay. Okay, well that must be either be a coincidence, or let's just go to the clinic, or who's the real me then? There's a vote for North, but there are 2 votes for East, so let's just question about ourselves.
Louie, I don't know what kind of bastard I turned into over these last 7 years, but this is me, Tex. You've got to tell me where Chelsea is. Louie, please tell me.
That night, you and Chelsea just disappeared. You showed up a few weeks later. You couldn't remember nothing then neither. But Chelsea, she never showed up.
'Cause you buried her. Okay. Criminally connected, or investigate head trauma, or overwhelming realization. I wonder if we're actually gonna get some sort of flashback or whatever. Okay. Having 1 vote for the overwhelming realization. That's 2 of them, so let's go with that.
This is too much for me to get my head around.
That's not really a realization.
Right now is find out what happened to Chelsea. The cops have to have a file on this. I gotta get down there and talk to them.
You shouldn't be driving in your condition. I'll call you a cab.
Okay, and now we can question him about other things that have happened. 3 Cards to Midnight. This was the radio drama show that Chris Jones and Aaron Connors put out in the interim. Like, when they realized that the sequel to Overseer was never going to happen, they, many years passed, Access Software closed down, and then they sort of casually tried to sneak Tex Murphy back into the consciousness of adventure game players, and their idea was to put out a podcast, sort of a radio drama thing. And it was called 3 Cards to... No, actually it wasn't. Was it? 3 Cards to Midnight was a game they put out. Okay. Tex Murphy Radio Theater was the show. 3 Cards to Midnight was just a hidden object game. Okay, yeah, you're right.
Yeah, nice to have some fresh blood here on Chandler Avenue. Not really the kind of place I do a lot of shopping at, but some folks seem to like it fine.
Thank you. Okay, so I'm just all over the place tonight. Anyway, that sort of rang a bell, and I thought it was the radio drama thing. Turns out it's not.
I wish I could tell you everything you can't remember. but I don't know much. You and Chelsea went missing, and then you showed up out of nowhere a few weeks later. A couple of days after, you was gone again. I only saw you a few times after that. A couple of years went by, and then you came back, and something bad had happened to you. I don't know what, but it made you hard and mean, and you just got worse. Got to where I didn't even want you around anymore.
Wow. Not an actor, but he sure does try.
It sure is good to have the old knife back. I don't want to get all mushy, but I missed you, Mike.
Yeah, just one second to the next. Just really, ding, okay, he's back, no problem. We love him again. Although he's been a dick to you for 7 years now. You have a ladder.
I don't got a ladder. You might want to check at the Golden Gate Hotel. They've been doing a bunch of renovations.
Cool. Well, just ask him about everything.
Clint's done a real nice job, don't you think? Good to see the neighborhood getting fixed up.
Yeah, my voice is going. Oh, so Clint is the landlord now. I forgot about that. So who's the woman?
I forget. You don't remember nothing about Taylor. She works for the Bay City Mirror. Does a lot of investigations. And she's a real peach. Sweet, smart, funny. Yeah, I wasn't too happy that you and her was spending time together.
Spending time.
Maybe she was seeing through all that tough guy stuff. She's good that way.
Something bad happened to you, Murph. You turned into a comic book writer who talks about an elderly Batman and RoboCop. Yeah. Yeah, and yeah, Richard's right. The tattoo does look like he just drew it on with a Sharpie. But, hey.
Oh, me? I'm just the same as always. Just a little less of me than I used to be.
Yeah, the actor lost weight and they just decided to write it into the script. That's nice. Abduction on Chandler.
We don't get too much of that stuff around here anymore. Cops have been good about cleaning things up. I got no idea who would have been doing the shooting or getting taken. You know, I love Chelsea like she was my own daughter. I still miss her, even after all this time.
Well, that's good to know. That's not really what I was asking. Like, where the hell is she?
I like that Archie fella. Real friendly. Don't always understand what he's talking about, but hey, different strokes for different folks, right?
Alright, let's get the fuck out of
I
here.
can't go to the North Hill Clinic. Not now. I need to investigate the crime scene to find out what happened before the police arrive.
Yep, gotta do that. And that is what we're gonna do. Richard. I love Chelsea like she was my own daughter. Me too. Well, your niece. Yes. And Richard was going on about how the love triangle thing is actually the worst part of this game. It is the thing that branches the paths, but and they really kind of wrote themselves into a bit of a corner because they had promised that this game would be a return to the multipathing thing that was in Pandora Directive. Aaron Connors had already written the novel that the game is based on, and the novel does not have that whole love triangle thing. So that's the one part of this game that was kind of shoehorned in. I suddenly ended up in the back waters of whatever the fuck. Hot and cold. Oh yeah, we gotta see this, right? This is a flashback to Under a Killing Moon.
Good evening, ladies and charms. I'm your entertainer tonight, Mr. Franco Spinoza. I'm gonna be playing some songs that I know you'll love. Listen to this one. Hot and cold, it's what it does to me. Hot and cold, the shower sprays on me. La la.
Hey! La la.
Oh, to hell with it.
It's a stuff way, indeed it is. This game is really dark as well. I know you can turn up the brightness, but I'm not going to do that. I'm going to get the full experience even under these
various
lights.
individuals over the years. It's always nice to know I'll have a place to go if I can't make rent.
It's going to be a really confusing VOD watch, isn't it? Okay, he said that there's going to be a ladder around here. Probably not inside. Some of this scaffolding
I'm pretty
stuff.
sure every one of your cases involves the Snow White warehouse somehow.
Well, there it is. But I don't think I'm supposed to go in there yet. Actually, I think I'll go have a look around inside this. No? Can't? Oh, that's closed off. Some of these, like I said, some of these buildings you can sort of wander into and peek around. Little hidden gems and shit. I completely forgot. The first time I went around here, I completely forgot I was looking for a ladder, so I'm still kind of doing that. Da-da. Well, not around here. Maybe it actually wants me to go inside and ask them, hey, you guys got a ladder I can borrow? I don't think so.
Wow. This place really has been renovated. I guess that dumbbell Ardo must have come into some money. But as I walk to the counter, I suspect this place is under new management.
Holograms are people too.
Welcome. Welcome to the Golden Gate Hotel. How can I help you?
Good evening.
Mr. Murphy?
It's the same music that was playing in the Golden Gate Hotel in Under a Killing Moon too, and that's pretty good. Hi, I'm Holly, the shipboard computer. Absolutely. Alright, northwest and east. Holly Graham. Yes, I get it. Holly Graham. Hologram. Yes. Flattering comment. That's 2 votes for the flattering comment. Let's do that.
Wow. Service around here has gotten a lot better and a lot smarter.
Yes, because I hate the mentally challenged.
No, thank you. The last time I tried that, you were all...
I'm a professional and should be treated as such.
For some self-righteous baloney like that. Management heard about it and I didn't get any time off for a month.
Okay. She should have been a love interest. Then she could have been Texas Hollow Pursuit. We didn't get that ending when we were playing the Pandora Directive, but there is an ending where Chelsea, instead of going along with Tex, she runs off. Wait, was that actually the ending we got? I can't remember. We got a Mission Street ending, but Chelsea... Oh, there's an ending where she runs off with a hologram anyway. Anyway, west, north... Okay, so we've actually got 3 votes for 3 different options. So, next vote in is the tiebreaker. Wrong guy, does not compute, or optional equipment. And the last of my cheap supermarket cola. Alright, we've got 2 votes for this one.
What do you mean, last time I was here? This is the first time I have seen you. So there's probably a bug in your system or something.
You're the one with the bug. Right up your you-know-what.
Okay, thank you. Maybe we'll just get acquainted with her. Or we'll just take a step back and go, excuse me, lady. Yeah, Tex is also a really great detective, Richard, because he's just been told that he has memory loss and it's been 7 years gone. But, oh, no, wait, you must be mistaken. I've never seen you, and this thing is working perfectly. Okay, 1 for west. Slapped and stunned, taking a step back, going, oh, excuse me, lady. 1 for north, just lean in and get acquainted. Pull up a groove and get fabulous. And yes, Andy, I do drink cheap supermarket cola. Because that's my thing. And I should probably not say thang, but I just did. Out of the 2 we've got right now, get acquainted or slap and stunned, I am more leaning towards leaning back here. And, you know, regrouping for a bit.
Well,
you holograms certainly have a lot more attitude these days. Usually have to get to know a woman's first name before she'll treat me like this.
You know very well who I am. Hologram. Cute, right? You tangibles just can't resist a pun.
Oh yes, he's an activist as well. A hologram activist. Also, why did she leave like a residue behind on his finger? That's kind of weird. Spell check humor, your ridiculous statement, or funny people. Spell check humor. Yeah, that's 2 votes for spell check humor. 3 actually.
So, I think your sign has a typo. It says holograms are people too.
So you can read. It's for the hologram rights movement.
I hate to tell you this, but holograms aren't people. And I had to know because I've dated a few.
That's exactly what they used to say about minorities, women, and mutants. It's our turn now. I'm officially on strike.
Bzz. And that means I will tilt my head right. Yeah, he's a master of light conversation. Oh, yeah. That's cute, Richard. Okay, the time has come. Or we have an obvious problem. Or we'll just give her a little pep talk. But nope, the time has come.
Well, I support you 100%. I believe everybody deserves equal treatment.
Really? You're the last person I thought I'd hear that from. Everyone in this neighborhood's afraid of you, you know.
Yeah, I've kind of been pissing up some people's backs, I think. IT 101, need to check the facts or crossed wires. Is he going to have that realization over again? Oh, wait a minute, it's 2050. I forgot in the span of the last 5 or 8 minutes. Alright, 2 votes for this one.
I think you may have the wrong Mr. Murphy. A little Q&A might clear that up.
Sure, though I should warn you, I don't get out much.
Alright, we can ask her questions. Did you see anything?
I heard gunshots, and then the speeder came flying out and took off.
Thank you. Do you have a ladder I can have?
We keep everything like that over at the Snow White warehouse.
Oh, so Kevin Murphy's little, hello, all your cases involve this warehouse. It just came a little prematurely. We are supposed to get over there.
I've heard they keep a key or something to get inside the warehouse by the door.
Somewhere by the door. Your subtitles have a typo.
Oh, you know me. Just a hologram. Here to serve my tangible oppressors.
Cute.
The nicest tangible I've ever met.
I also like the word tangible for real-life flesh and bloody humans. Bloody.
Taylor's my bestie. My real friend. I don't know what she's doing with you.
Not much, you know, at the moment.
Well, it's no Golden Gate Hotel, is it?
So that's something that just occurred to me. I should have wondered about this a long time ago, but why are there 2 hotels on the same street? We've got the Ritz Hotel and then we've got the Golden Gate Hotel. Why are there 2 hotels on the same street in a rundown mutant part of town where nobody ever comes? This seems weird.
I think he came in one time with Mojo, the kid from the barbecue place. It was awkward. Now that I know you support the hologram rights movement, I may have to reevaluate my opinion of you.
Stop reading from cue cards, that'd be great. Okay.
I should look around the hotel lobby and see if there's anything here that could help me out.
Yeah, I'll just sniff out some clues in the hotel lobby. That's what we do. Woman of 54 gets starring role in reality show. That's actually not that uncommon. Ooh, key.
It's a key to a lockbox.
I'll have that.
When visiting Salt Lake, be sure to visit...
While in San Francisco, stay at the fabulous Golden Gate Hotel. What's wrong with that? I want to get in this door. I want to go poke around Sal's old, business part. Actually, I don't really want to do that.
When visiting Salt Lake, be sure to visit...
Pardon the dust while we make some exciting changes to our ballroom. Was that the only thing I was supposed to get? Here, let me turn on the flashlight. See if anything twinkles in the dark. Is that anything? No. I think we're good. What do holograms think about, being, having a flashlight shown in their heads? You know, light means light. Instant. No. Probably not a good thing. The music in this game is great. Okay, there should be a key by the door.
Needs a key.
Well, we do have that. Well, that's not a lockbox key, actually. I actually really do need the flashlight now because it is kind of dark over here. Oh, what is this? Not something to mess with. Okay, no problem.
Yep, that's the Snow White warehouse.
Oh, hello. I shall move you.
What do we got here? It's like instructions to get into the Snow White warehouse.
And they would just leave that under the door. Interesting. We changed the Snow White warehouse lockbox code. New code 4268. Destroy this after reading, so please remember to change the code first and leave a new note, I guess. Okay, so maybe this is the lockbox we need to get into. It certainly is a lockbox. And that actually does seem to... Okay, cool. I forgot the code already. It's 4268. 8. Go. Apparently something gigantic moved in here. Okay, hello.
Wow, is this still here? I used this to deal with a cunning criminal on my Under a Killing Moon case who had a bad case of bozophobia.
Yes, let's see the flashback. I like how they reassembled these old bits, but with
Rusty kids, and I'm here. Mommy's come back.
I heard he had my name tattooed on his knuckles, and he wants to show me firsthand when he gets out of prison. I'm not really looking forward to that.
Okay, sex offenders list. Nilo. And Scary Larry, but Nilo is on the sex offender list. Yeah, that's not good. Okay, gonna pull out my trusty cheat wand here. Seem to remember there is something in the warehouse. I can't even speak now. We are looking for a ladder. That's a gigantic ladder. Can I have that?
A ladder would be useful, except I can't reach it when it's on that pulley.
Fine, fine. We'll find the box that controls it. I happen to know it is somewhere... Oh, okay, they moved it. They put in a window instead.
That's the Snow White warehouse.
So maybe it's this pulley up here. Ah! That knocked it down a peg. Enigma, a Tex Murphy novel by Aaron Connors. Tex Murphy had uncovered the greatest secret in the history of the world, and there were some who would stop at nothing to Yep. So this is where Aaron Connors writes all his material. And he's dead now.
Looks like an interesting read.
Alright. Let's get down and grab some ladder business. Oh, I'm so relieved this game is working
now
now.
that I have a ladder, I can get into the second floor of the electronics shop.
Yes, that's the whole reason we came here. Okay. Just dragging around this gigantic ladder, but there we go. Climby, climby. And I'm in. Ooh, excitement, it brews. How many doors can we interact with? Not this one, not this one, not this one, and not this one. These are not doors that are interesting, however, this one surely is. Ah, yes, and I do believe we will find the first logic puzzle of the game in here.
Oh, I was anti-Habitian myself. Someone's been spying on the citizens of Chandler Avenue.
Hey, that's my job! God damn it.
Well, someone's been living up here. And that's a damn shame. This guy was working diligently to get a free sub at Inspector Burns' barbecue.
And here it is. It's a Simon Says puzzle. I'm gonna get to it, but I just want to have a look around. Like, this clock looks like a thing you should be able to pick up along with this note, but it isn't. I wonder if that's something that's left for the game players mode, where, you know, the puzzles are a bit harder. I don't know, because I've never played the game players mode. And this thing is not something I'm supposed to look at either. So I guess they just remove hotspots from objects you're not supposed to, you know, diddle with on the game player level. Ding ding. I'm no good at these. Ah, fuck it. Can we quit this puzzle, please?
Looks like an old speakeasy game. I need to watch the orders that the colors are displayed.
Ding ding.
I need to replicate it.
Hello! Why, there's a person in here. Let's go say hello. Well, he seems very nonplussed about the whole thing, and we got a second bruise on our head.
Don't shoot.
Nice bit of motion control here. They had a hell of a time, you know, moving camera around in the other games. Hey, his swelling's gone down. Oh yes, kick the dead person. That's a very, very nice PI. All of this is very bad. So there's a dead guy, and a bucket full of steam, and a laser net. Dial M for moron.
Following our first lead, and we get ourselves caught in a laser net. All in a day's work, right?
Smart Alex had a point, but I wasn't going to let him have the satisfaction of knowing so. There was one good thing about spending hours stuck in a laser net. You got time.
Just stand there for hours? You're gonna pass out, aren't you?
Killed him. And what kind of surveillance was he doing right across from my apartment?
He was taking naughty photos of you.
Canister. Have 7 years really passed without me remembering it? Is it related to my head injury or the injection mark on my arm?
Hi, can anyone let me out, please? Actually, why does he have his back turned, though he didn't? He just looked like he had his back turned to the entrance, which is very bad form for a PI.
Is he dead?
Well, I think you missed a hell of a party.
Party?
Yeah, you're here in time for the laser show.
I wouldn't do that. I was here to meet Carlos Maldonado. Is that you? Or him?
Look, I just stumbled onto this little nightmare, and I need to find out who this guy was and what he was doing. I'm a PI, and I assume this guy is Maldonado. My name's Murphy. Who are you?
Mason said Maldonado was a PI. Were you working with Mason too?
Mason
I'll
who?
be honest. I don't know if I was working for Mason or not. Actually, I'm having severe memory problems here, so anything you can tell me about Maldonado or Mason or what's in the cryo chamber here would be greatly appreciated.
I think I set off an alarm when I came in here. I don't usually do this kind of thing. I was just trying to help Mason. He said, come in here, find the PI, get the cryo chamber, and keep it safe.
I've done none of these things. That's gotta be cold.
I found that first.
Slow learner. You have to find Mason. I think he's in big trouble with bad people. I don't know why. He's a neurologist, for God's sake. But you have to promise me that if I let you go, you won't come after me, you'll find Mason.
Oh, I promise. My fingers are so frozen I can't cross them.
Okay, aren't you gonna turn it off?
If your memory problems are part of all this, Mason is the only one who can help you. So you need to find him and bring him back safe just as much as I do.
Ding ding.
I'll be in contact soon.
You're ducking a bit too far, but that's okay. Did he just flip everything?
I know those cops are getting close, but I don't want to leave this place without a clue. I better hurry up and find something before they get here.
I will find everything. This USB thing. Carlos, here are the instructions. Mason Bowers.
Strictly speaking, I would never encourage anyone to break the law, but those sirens are getting awfully close, and a life sentence for a machine can last a very long time. So move!
This equipment is surveying several different locations, including my office. Someone knows what I've been up to. This SOB's been living up here, watching my every move.
And drinking mayonnaise, apparently.
Yeah, tough break, hombre.
Can I have his gun? Can I have his gun? Oh. Can I have his hooch?
One crate of mixers. This guy was hardcore.
Anything else we need up here? Let's just check with the flashy lady. Oh, that is a nice character model. I just poked his ass with my cursor. I think you would imagine this thing needs to be used for a game mode puzzle. Oh, I just phased through these. But no. Why is this not a thing that I can have? I guess I would go so far as to say that this place is tabbed. So I will be leaving now.
As I try to make my great escape down the ladder, I find two officials waiting to greet me.
But how official? How's everything?
Hello, boys.
Well, if it isn't Tex Murphy.
Hi.
What were you
We're about 16 years old.
Well, it's a little hard to
Oh, his bruise has really gone down. Or maybe it's just the red light.
Oh, you know the drill.
I was really trying to get my hands on that surveillance equipment. Maybe I could see exactly what happened to me. Now the only way I'll find it is if New San Francisco's finest decides to play ball with me. I don't know why they'd start now, but I'd better polish up on the old Murphy charm.
Whether you're a mutant or a normal, San Francisco is our home. Be a part of the solution to crime. You see something suspicious, please report it to the SFPD immediately.
Make it quick, Murphy. I got about 1 million things to do. And wasting time on you ain't one of them.
Police printed out a bad JPEG of him.
Didn't take you long to get in trouble, did it? You here to turn yourself in?
Alright, so that was, of course, Mac Malden in the hallway. That's actually Tex Murphy's brother. And he did, so that's a nice little tribute to him. Oh, okay, the the chat just went absolutely apeshit. Let's talk to this new detective guy. Who is actually, yes, if you do recognize him, he was on Seinfeld. You know. But he's actually playing a very different part here. He's not cooking soup, for one thing. So that is 1 vote for West, and 1 vote for East, and 1 vote for North. So let's see if we can get some tie-breaking in here. Either climbing the ranks, just common courtesy, or getting nowhere. Never mind. No clues for you. Okay, that would be 2 votes for common courtesy. Okay, it's nice.
First of all, no. And second of all, Danwich, you know me. You didn't have to send your goons down to get me. If you wanted me to come down, just ask me.
I'm surprised you remember me.
Yes, I do kind of have that problem these days. It's got a familiar face. I know. Go for the endorsement deal, or, again, getting nowhere. Okay, I think the game's kind of pushing us towards this one, but that is... endorsement deal. That's 1 vote for the Westness. Yeah, that's 2 votes for the endorsement. Sandwich, get me a sandwich.
Sandwich? Are you kidding me? Rhymes with manwich? And manwiches are unbelievably delicious.
In case you didn't get the memo, I head up the department now. And things aren't as loosey-goosey as they were under Malden.
Were they that loosey-goosey? I mean, he was just stressed out and drunk, and... I liked it when he showed up in Arrested Development. Oh, when was that? Oh, it's been a while since I watched the first 3 seasons. Okay, that's 1 vote for press for information about Chelsea. Now, it would appear that the chat really wants us to, you know, have a look at the Chelsea route. Although that is 1 vote for the compliments. So, but let's try for the Chelsea thing. Yeah.
Well, I hope you're more helpful than he used to be. Look, I know this is going to sound pretty crazy, but hear me out. This morning, I wake up with a massive head injury and an injection mark on my arm. No idea how I got either one of it. Then I talk to a few people. I find out I can't remember anything over the last 7 years.
You're right, it does sound crazy. But go on.
The thing of it is, my last memory is of me and my lady friend getting shot.
Your lady friend, that was, Chelsea Bando?
Yeah. How do you know that?
Well, I know your burned-out speeder was found a few weeks later with Miss Bando's DNA inside of it.
Why would you smear her DNA in there? Okay, I'm just kidding.
It's true. Chelsea's dead?
We closed the case. Though a few of us thought something didn't feel quite right about it.
What do you mean?
Well, the scene was too... staged. But I'm not saying Chelsea isn't dead.
I mean, you should really not hold out hope
Last time
at
anyone
all.
saw her was with you at the Golden Pagoda.
What are you saying? I was a suspect?
You were, in fact. I'd have to look at the case. You were cleared at some point.
Can I look at the case files?
No.
Now, you know you can't, so don't even ask.
I just did.
Look, Murphy, I feel for you. But it was a long time ago. Chelsea was pronounced legally dead, and there's no evidence to believe otherwise. I don't know what else I can tell you.
Did you ever catch the guy who shot us?
No arrest. Somebody high up on the chain locked that case down and threw away the key. Even if I wanted to see the file, I'd have to pull some strings.
Can you pull the strings then?
What can you do to help me out here? I mean, until I see something or get some information, I'm just not going to be able to believe that Chelsea's gone.
I'm sorry, Murphy, I really am. If you can find me some new clues on the case, I'll do what I can to get it reopened. And that's the best I can do for you. Good luck.
No. I don't believe it. My gut tells me she's still alive.
Well, you haven't eaten, so that might also be a factor.
So why is it you think I came down here to turn myself in?
Well, we just found you at a crime scene with a dead body. That dead body happens to be Carlos Maldonado, a PI working the same neighborhood as you. Is that your way of intimidating the competition?
He never moves his head, does he? Okay, well, we're definitely just drawing a blank. 7 years, at worst. Drawing a blank, or direct marketing, or market saturation. Interesting. Okay, direct marketing, or drawing a blank. Okay, so 3 votes for each and every one of them. So we're gonna need a tiebreaker. Now, definitely that's the one I'm drawn to, also because that's in the name of it. These two just sound like, yeah, we bumped him off, but you have no evidence, so, fuck you. Nah, we're drawing a blank here, unless someone has a vote they want to get in. Oh, doesn't appear to be the case.
The name Maldonado means nothing to me, and I insist that you give me a polygraph test to prove it.
I was just reviewing your file when you came in.
I just tapped a blue desk. How do you like that?
Is that a lot? Because it looks like a lot.
August 2047. Beek Nariz, NSFPD informant. Beaten and hospitalized after providing information about Tex Murphy. Nariz refuses to identify his assailant. No charges ever filed.
Probably the chameleon. I mean, we didn't beat him up.
2048. Surveillance video shows suspected extortionist Jen Lee leaving the Golden Pagoda with Tex Murphy, never to be seen again. The case remains unsolved.
Did we
Shall
bump
I
off
go
a
on?
person that we've never met?
In the past few years, you've gained quite a reputation for yourself. You've got New San Francisco's criminal underbelly running scared.
This is very much news to me. Jen Lee, daughter of Jim Lee? Okay. Well, on the bright side, you know, I can't remember any of it, so you can't really, you know, pin me down on it. Honest officer or incredulous? There are a lot more branches in this. Okay, Surrier says north, and Combo says east, but White Rain also has a north, so bright side.
You're a cop. Isn't that the way you like your criminal underbellies?
We arrest criminals so they could be tried in a court of law. We don't just kill them, and I won't tolerate vigilantism. If you didn't kill Maldonado, what were you doing there?
A very good question. Yeah, and Dan is... Okay, Beak never got his rhinoplasty? That's... I mean, maybe that's just an old file photo they have of him. Which is weird, because you would expect if someone changed their appearance that dramatically, they'd take a new photo, but okay. Helpful idiom, genuine curiosity, or victim blaming. Okay, that is 2 votes for E, so let's go.
I just found out he was spying on me. I followed the trail and saw that Maldonado had surveillance equipment aimed at my office. I want to find out what he recorded.
Who cares what he recorded? If you're such an upstanding citizen, you've got nothing to hide, right?
Sure. And, Richard, you've got the criminal underworld running scared. They're leaving so many logic puzzles on all their stuff. I hate it when that happens. Always have to go into the hint system and skip past them. Such a chore, man. Okay. That's 1 vote for E. Strange bedfellows. And, is he coming on to us? I'll take that as a vote, though.
Look, I got jumped last night. I've got no idea who did it. I think there might be something on the surveillance tape. And if you can tell me what...
Why are we still calling it a
I
tape?
can help you on this case. Deal?
I rarely make deals, and I don't need to make one with our only person of interest. Any more questions?
I have plenty.
I have no evidence of an abduction, just a dead body and only one person of interest. It might be in your best interest if you could find out what happened.
Is he falling asleep?
I'm not allowed to let you see it.
But I want to see it. I found it. Dickface.
I know Maldonado was a dirtbag, but unless...
Well, it was in his phone number.
Killing somebody, even a dirtbag, is a crime and will be prosecuted. She's an investigative reporter at the Bay City Mirror, one of the less obnoxious ones.
And our potential squeeze, although not really.
As far as the coroner and the commissioner were concerned, finding Chelsea's remains in your speeder were enough to pronounce her legally dead.
Wait a minute. Remains? I thought they said they just found DNA. Well, I guess there was technically remains, but when you say finding her remains, that just means like piece of an arm, a bit of a, you know, a bit of her face and shit.
That whole neighborhood seems to attract more than its fair share of trouble.
Does it really?
I'm not sure what to think of you, Murphy.
All I think is, my God, he's handsome, and I want to arrest him. Leaving.
Memory stick probably has some.
Oh, we got to keep the memory stick.
Well, great advice. If you could help me break it, then I'd be impressed. Guess I'll have to see if anyone else on the street can break it for me.
Yes, but that will have to wait until another time. Okay, so we are going to save our game here. It actually auto-saves. That's very nice of it. We are going to save very much here. Day 2, let's see. Unencrypt my stick. Yes. Saving the game there. And quitting. Okay, so we have actually done something. I was really getting frustrated there at the end of the first attempt and thinking, this is never going to work. Why does this always happen to me? Oh, woe is my life. And thankfully, it seemed to work okay now. I haven't had any reports of frame drops and all of that stuff. So things should be good. Wish I'd known of that sooner. But yeah, I kind of put a downer on the whole thing. So hopefully next Sunday is going to be better. Now, there is a music festival going on here in this country, but I don't believe... I think I will still be able to, do the Sunday stream. So if something should change on that account, please check out the Twitter or the Twitch page. I'll post any... if the stream gets delayed or if it gets bumped to next week, you never know. So really just thank you so much for sticking out. And, Restream says there are 17 people still here watching, and that is, thank you so much for that. Sorry for having a little freak out there. But again, I'm just super worried that I'll bore people if something doesn't go right and it's just me sitting around dicking around settings and such. So there's that. Next time, we will do this proper, now that we know that it works, and we'll get right into the game, high on mood and possibly glue, and until then, I will see you around the Chrono Stream.